I know, right? Not like I haven't done that before. Take a pause and kind of clear everything out of my head a little bit. And so I figured, why not do it live? Why not? So we are live on X/Twitter. We are live on YouTube. And that's it until I finally pull the trigger on whether or not I want to sub to Restream or one of the other services so I can get out to more platforms. Really can't read the display without my glasses, but it puts so much glare on that I'm just not willing to put them on at the moment. And there's a few things that I wanted to get out of my head, just kind of vent and release into the world. I am phenomenally excited about tomorrow's campaign launch. I am very, very busy with trying to get the campaign video done, and I just cannot stop stammering over myself. So here we are, the night before the campaign goes live, and I'm still trying to get this video to work. I've shot it and shot it and shot it and shot it and shot it. And yeah, it's just not working for me right now. So maybe after I just get all this stuff out of my head, maybe that'll work. I have got a few things that we can talk about tonight to kind of get out of the way. I did go to the comic shop today and picked up, make sure I have my glasses on so I guess I can see the numbers. You know, getting old beats the alternative, but it really kind of sucks it with your eyesight and your hearing, whatever starts to go. But I picked up a few things at the comic shop. Oddly enough, comics, right? Who buys comics at the comic shop? This guy. But I picked up Blade Runner Tokyo Nexus, issue 1 and issue 2. I'm going to see if I want to pick up anything past that. Titan's been putting out some really cool stuff lately, so I'm optimistic. I saw this and I thought it was neat, and I figured I'd like it, and I figured my daughter would like it. Avatar: The Last Airbender, the Kyoshi Warriors, 1 and 2. That's kind of nifty. Art looks to be on point and very consistent with the original series. And then I didn't know this was out until I saw it. My buddy Larry had one. J. Scott Campbell's Just Spectacular collection with Sabine Rich. Really glad to have this. It was the last one they had on the shelf, so very cool. And then I had some impulse buys. Jubilee Deadly Reunion. Not gonna lie, I bought this just because the cover looked interesting and made me think that, you know, this might be fun. So we'll see. I'm looking forward to it. Now there is a bonus digital edition notation on that. I've never looked at those before from Marvel, but we'll see. Welcome to the folks who are watching. Good to see you. As always, if you have any comments or questions, feel free to post them wherever you're seeing this, either on YouTube or on X, and I'll be able to respond. And then I picked up this one from Dynamite. Thundercats, Silverhawks, Road to War, #1. I've not had a chance to read any of these yet. I've basically been working on stuff since I got back from the comic shop. But I'm really looking forward to that. I used to really enjoy the Silverhawks. And then I saw this, and I knew that my daughter would probably get a kick out of it. She just turned 12. But I got her It's Jeff, brand new week, #1. It looks like a lot of fun, and I think she's going to dig it. I've still got 2 books from last week I haven't read yet, so I get to get that together. But, yep, we've been working on stuff. So, as some of you have seen, we had the art prints came in for the coming Kickstarter campaign. This is a little bit lighter paper than I normally use, but it still looks really good. This will actually probably help save us a little bit on time, having those here, obviously. But Absolutely stunning work by Damian Torres. He did a fantastic job. I'll tell you, he's a real joy to work with. He really is. He and I have worked on stuff for 5 years now, I think, something like that. And then we got a foil holochrome version of it. That's really stealing the scene, isn't it? What do you think, guys? Is that not beautiful? I have. Let me see if I can get this so it looks halfway decent. Yeah. Had to pull my hair up out of my eyes because I was working on stuff around the house as well. You can't have your hair falling into your eyes when you're scrubbing the tub, right? I'll tell you, the last few weeks, all the way back to like the week before the Reign of Ages 4 campaign launched, have been really busy, but they've been really interesting for me. People have been just kind to me, like everywhere I go. It's nice. It's refreshing. I feel very fortunate, but I'm not really used to it. But everyone's been so nice to me lately, at work, out in public and around. People who don't know me, people who do know me, um, old friends of mine messaging me and such. It's been good. And then the weird thing too is everywhere online except for Blue Sky, people have been very very kind to me. Now Blue Sky, I'm treated like a war criminal, but that's only by the handful of people who know that I'm on Blue Sky. I get some nasty messages on Blue Sky. Man, no lie. Some people have been really creative with their insults there. I might need to take and write those down and put them in a book or something so I have them to fall back on when I need some really unhinged takes. Oh man. What do you guys think about the One Punch Man in the background? Is that a good place for that, you think? Um, I'm probably gonna be a terrible weeb about this and start putting different um, little figs back there. I don't have any myself until this one because I never really spend a lot of money on myself. My kids have them, but I've wanted one of those for a while, and I think I'm going to get uh, the Overlord fig of Einzel Gon and put that there next to him, and then maybe I don't know who I'm gonna play up there. Maybe I'll get an Ishigo Kurosaki and maybe a Goku. I don't know. Get some I know my really mundane anime tastes, right? But that's the stuff that I can at least get and I can enjoy. It's safe for the kids to be around, and then also won't look too bizarre when I'm on stream. I'll tell you another thing too. We only have a couple people watching this, so this should be fun. When I'm on Facebook in particular, and also on YouTube, I get a lot of these ads for these companies that generate and print your little figures for you, and most of them are the size of like a mini. They're like 3 inches tall or whatever, for like $60. I'm like, good God! But I was thinking about it, and my stepdad died last year, and that left my mom, really, really feeling that. I mean, all of us felt it really, but really hurt her a lot. And of course, my stepbrother and my stepsister. And I'm thinking very seriously about taking one of his pictures and getting 3 or 4 of those made up. And the reason I say 3 or 4, because his passing really, 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 really broke up my youngest. So I'm thinking about giving one to my mom, one to my stepbrother, one to my stepsister, and one to my daughter. Is what I think I'm going to do. But the problem is, it's going to be like, God, $300 something. Research manufacturers that make human-made sculpts and everything. I imagine they use a lot of assistance from it. So it's like about $8,000 for the casting and everything, and then get the whole thing. But basically, for about $30,000, I could get a whole product run done of statues done. Um, that's a lot of years away, certainly. But there's a few characters I'd like to see that done with, especially from 47 Furious Tales. I think that would be neat. I'd really kind of like to one day put together a chess set and have characters from each different title that we run, so that you'd have um, like Rain and Dedelia and Uta and all of them on one side, and then maybe the pawns could be little orcs or something, or little goblins. And then on the other side, you'd have Tibby and little mushrooms for pawns. And then some of the characters we're introducing, like you could have the little dinosaur that was chasing her in issue one be the king, for example. Make Tibby the queen, obviously, and just pair up other opposition on her side of the board. I think that would be a hell of a lot of fun. Tremendously freaking expensive, certainly, but I think it would be cool. Absolutely not worth doing until we've grown our public awareness more, certainly. But we've been in business since 2017 and still very, 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 very small in our footprint on the world. But we're working on it. And I say we, I mean me and my kiddos when they help out, and then of course all the artists who are working so hard. Very, very, very hard. Speaking of artists, we had a handful of artists reach out to me today and yesterday, and I think I've got a couple of emails also I haven't got to yet. They're sitting in my junk file that I'm pretty sure from people who are spamming folks for work. We are fully staffed on all title lines currently, and we don't have any new title lines coming out until next year. We're going to be looking at artists for those lines beginning in February. So if any of the artists out there are seeing this, please don't be inundating my DMs right now. We're going to post the information once we're ready to start taking in information, and then we will go through those people and see. Our criteria are, art capability and timeliness. You have to be able to draw really well. No AI generation at all, and you have to be on time. Because if you can't meet your deadlines, we can't use you. So that's important. But I'm spoiled. I've worked with incredible professionals for 9 years now, and the only time we've had any deadline problems is when we had people who catch COVID or pneumonia, or we had an artist who was in a car accident, that kind of thing. But other than that, they've all hit their deadlines, so that's always good to see. And it's good to see more y'all in there. Hey man, what's up, folks? The Dingus Den. Make sure you check it out on YouTube. I was actually on there a little while ago, and I think you said we were past 60 views when you looked at it last. That's pretty good. I'm surprised that many people came out to look at me. But I shared it as far as I could, man. I shared it as far as I could. Did you see the art print reveal? I don't remember if I showed you or not. Spencer, did I show you? All right, I'm going to show it off anyway. So tomorrow we launch the art print campaign. And so we have prints. So they ship bagged and boarded. And you guys are going to have to excuse my hair being up. I had to have it to keep it out of my eyes while I was cleaning earlier. So they ship bagged and boarded, sandwiched between some strong cardboard and stay flat mailer, and they ship to you, and that's how they get there. On the way home from Supergirl, what'd you think, man? How was it? I might go see it Saturday. I don't know yet. And then that, of course, is the foil holochrome. We got these printed through Ready Comics. They did a fantastic freaking job. I swear, I've got to remember to turn this off. Oh. It's the villain support, guys. Very, very cool. Beeper and ringer and everything else off. Sorry about that, guys. One of these days, I'm going to remember to do that. Spencer, did you enjoy the movie? Did you enjoy Supergirl? I don't know anyone who's seen it other than you. I didn't even know it was coming out on Wednesday, but coming out on New Comic Book Day is appropriate. Yeah, I really enjoyed that last Superman movie. I thought it was pretty good. The cast was amazing. You know, there were some script issues, I think, but I really hope that it made enough money that they can afford to do more of them, because that was really, really cool. I mean, it was weird for a Superman movie where Superman didn't have like the majority of the screen time. I mean, we had so much time away from Superman in that movie, but I mean, it was good to see the supporting characters in action. I enjoyed that. But the cool part is that you liked the movie. I think that's the thing too. I think sometimes people get too hung up on, is it perfect or is it going to be the next, end game or whatever. No, I mean, if you like the movie, I think that should be good enough. I think that should just be good enough. Oh man. Actually, while I'm thinking about it, I am going to, folks, in the chat. You know what? I didn't show the chat. There we go. Now we can see the chat. In the chat, I've just put the link to the pre-launch page for the Kickstarter campaign. That campaign is going to run from tomorrow until the 1st. And we're going to take and get that run, and then we're going to stuff immediately afterwards. So we're going to send out the backer surveys and get that done. Oh, by the way, the Reign of Ages issue 4 campaign, huge thanks to everyone who helped that. Spencer, thanks for having me on. We did really, really well on that. We actually funded a little over $2,000. For anyone who's backed that campaign, about half of the backers haven't answered the backer survey yet. So if you are backing that campaign, please make sure you fill out your backer survey so we know where to send your stuff. Okay? That's important. We need their information. Very, very, very important. Spencer says people hold a bit of a high bar. Yeah. I mean, especially when it's such a high-profile title like Superman or Batman. I mean, Supergirl has never been as big of a character to my mind in DC Comics. There's certainly a pretty strong fan base for it. I just never was really one of them. I mean, she's not a bad character by any stretch of the imagination. I just never really got into it. Warren, what's up, man? It's good to see everybody here tonight. I am kind of like stuff pour off the top of my head. I've been trying to shoot this Kickstarter for the tomorrow. And I haven't been able to get it right. So I'm just kind of chilling on the stream and letting all this stuff out of my head and just talking with everyone who wants to talk. You know, we've got a few people in the chat, folks. If you have any questions or you want to chat or anything, just post it in the comments, and we'll all see that. Welcome to the stream. We've got people on X and on YouTube responding, so that's pretty cool. Or not responding, watching, I should say, because we're showing some people on X and we're showing some folks on YouTube. So, and I know where you message from, which platform I mean, right? God, that sounds creepy as hell when I do that shit. Warren, I went to the comic shop today. Because I was having some impulse buying stuff. I got a couple of things for Willow and some stuff for me. We got Jeff, #1, the brand new week. I saw this and I was like, I got to have this. Thundercats Silverhawks Road to War, #1. Jubilee, the Deadly Reunion, #1. I just really like that cover. I thought the cover was pretty cool. I'm going to read it, though, of course. And then Larry had shown this off, I think 2 weeks ago or last week. I'm not sure which. But J. Scott Campbell's Just Spectacular collection. I'm really looking forward to flipping through that. You're about to go live yourself? Oh, cool. Do you have like yourself in tonight's stream? You're going to be drawing and then chatting with me too, or just drawing? Avatar, The Last Airbender, the Kyoshi Warriors. I got 1 and 2. It's a little 3-parter, so I got to wait for the 3rd. And then Blade Runner, Tokyo Nexus from Titan Comics, 1 and 2. So that was kind of neat. And I think that's where One Punch Man is going to be for right now. I think. I decided, yeah, we got a few people. We can do this. I'm going to show you guys what we've got. I think I am anyway. We need to exit that. Kickstarter's performing security verification. Gotta love that. Make sure my edit's held. My edit's held. Okay, cool deal. So, just drawing, not great at multitasking. I get that. I mean, I barely know what buttons do what on this yet. I am really seriously thinking about going ahead and getting Restream, the paid subscription version, so I can do on multiple platforms. But then I have to stream it like at least 3 nights a week. So I have to figure out what I want to do with that because I can't draw. So drawing on stream is not going to do me any good. And I guess I could talk about, books on one night and RPGs on another and comics on another and mix it up about stuff like that. That might be fun. Like spend my my time rereading some stuff I've read in the past and then come back and talk about them. I think like one of the things I'd like to do is I need to replace my Dumaris of Terra series books because they were destroyed years ago, and I'd like to get those replaced and read through them again and see what difference it is when I read through them now as an adult as when I was reading them as a preteen and a teenager. I think that could be fun comparison, really. Now, let me see here. We're going to share the screen. So, yeah, guys, this is going to go live tomorrow. Little goal. Prints are in. And I did add the holochrome prints. So, what this is all of these tiers include the shipping in the United States. So, I want your guys' opinion on this because I value your insights. I value your opinions, okay? Let's see what it's got. Spencer says, I noticed at least on the YouTube app today that some of the look is changing. Like instead of videos saying views, it's a play button. Oh, I hadn't noticed that. I'll have to look. Let me get back to what I was doing though, before I get too easily distracted. So I kind of want to put a video in, and then I kind of don't. You know, I know that they say, well, people watch the videos, and that's true, but when I look at the metrics from like the last one and the ones before, you know, people don't watch videos. I get a lot of people just come in and they pledge and they're done. And so I'm thinking just let them come on down and just keep it simple. Tibby's 4th of July 2026 11 by 17 art print. Just say what it is, how we got it made, what we're doing. Inspired by Norman Rockwell art and safe for work. The safe for work part was important so we don't get kicked off Kickstarter. And then, yeah, $25 includes shipping to anyone in the United States. So that's basically the same cost I charge at conventions, plus the shipping and the Kickstarter fee. And then the same here for the 4th of July holochrome version. So, and then we've got the original. Well, it's on its way. Damien mailed it. It's still in transit. That shot came out okay. They are really pretty. They light up real well. And then I decided to number the add-ons this time. I've done it before in the past, but with this, with all of them being, art by Damien, I wanted to make sure that they could be very easily distinguished. So you can add like another art print. You can get the spicy cover that we're doing for issue 2. Nothing to see here, Stripe. We've got the Fantasy Horizon art piece that was done by Damien with colors by Nick Capone. And then the Haunted Warrior piece by Damien with colors by Nick Capone. And then you can add on additional holochromes. And we've got an order of holochromes on en route. So we'll be able to fulfill these really freaking fast. Let's see here. And guys, for real, I'm looking forward to your feedback on this. So I like to keep things simple, open, and honest. I don't like to do marketing bullshit. I just kind of like tell people how it is. So why should you support this campaign? The art is beautiful and will look great on your wall at home or work. Pure and simple. Campaigns for lovers of beautiful art, collectors of artwork by Damien Torres, as well as fans of classic Americana artworks. Definitely. All human made. Duh. And then our social goals. So the first one, very, very important. If we get to 100 backers, which I don't think we've ever done on an art print campaign, Damien's getting a bonus. Damien didn't know that because I forgot to tell him, apparently, at some point. He's already been paid, of course. But if we get to 100 backers, he gets a bonus. And then we are doing... They're doing an ad read on all their videos this week for us. And so if we hit, they've already been paid too. But if we hit 300 backers or more, then they get a bonus as well. And yeah, I need to correct that because it's a different weight cover stock. I'm going to do a video on how we ship. That's one of the ones I'm working on tonight. Where we can't ship to because of war and craziness, taxes stuff, and the challenges. Shipping is really where our challenge is because delays in the USPS can really screw us up. And then of course, the art's obviously done. Should be really, really smooth, really, really simple. And then we've got some add-ons with some, so that you saw below. So, what do you think, guys? Too simple, too easy, too weird? Comment and grill me in the comments as you want. I love this one. So gorgeous. Got great stuff from these guys. So what do you think, Spencer? Too complicated, too complex, too simple? Way too simple, right? Hey, you've got 3 tiers. What the hell, man? And an original Damian Torres for less than $400. You aren't going to find that very often. That's for sure. There we go. Welcome. We do have watching. That's pretty nice. I am basically having a little unscheduled surprise stream tonight. We're talking a lot of everything, a lot of different stuff. Those of you who just joined us, I am working today on a bunch of different things after my day job. Cleaning up the house a little bit and working on videos for the Kickstarter campaigns going live tomorrow. I've got 2 videos left to do, and I'm just finding myself flummoxed. Spencer says he hopes the campaign goes well. I do too, sir. We only have a $300 goal because, like I said, everything's already done. But Kickstarter really has been our big avenue for initial releases. Those folks get stuff first, so I'm really, 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 really excited to bring that out and put it in people's hands. And I think, honestly, with as much work as went into this, we might be in for a surprise tomorrow. We might actually see a lot more traffic or a lot less. I think it's going to go one of 2 ways. It'll either be really, really slow, or we're going to fund really, really quickly tomorrow. And by that, I mean fund tomorrow. And then as we see more and more of the no, I turned that off. As we see more and more of the marketing play out, I think we'll see some people trickle in. The big question is, the big unknown is how much our ad read from the villain support guys is going to impact it. I read in a couple of different marketing sources, and not from marketing companies, but from different analyses online, and checked around on it a little bit because it looks like 1/10 of 1% of subscribers will follow the link out to wherever you're going, right? So between all platforms, if I added it up correct, they're showing about what time we're launching tomorrow. I'm going to push the button during my lunch break because I'm in the office tomorrow. So at noon, little afternoon, I'm going to push the button and we're going to go live. And then I've got I'm making an appearance on another YouTube channel tomorrow night. And then I've got my live stream on Sunday. Yeah, we're doing just a lot of social media stuff, just a lot of organic growth. And I think that's going to be a big test for this to see, do people come to see what's going on? Is the beautiful art going to be enough to draw people in? And it is gorgeous, made by human hands. And then the rapidity of the fulfillment. By the way, I know you probably saw it on the update, but in case you didn't, the print shop emailed me, and they are expecting to be shipping the comics for Reign of Ages on Friday. So I should have them probably by Wednesday of next week, which means fulfillment. Yay, fulfillment. I will actually probably stream some of that fulfillment just because I need to get used to this, right? And I think that's going to be important going forward, is to be able to communicate with people, especially after I was gone for most of 2025. That whole thing, it was a rough year. It was a rough year. I'll tell you though, it feels amazing to be back at it, to be back to creating. Like right behind me, you see those that white box. There's a bunch of other white boxes below that. Those are comics that were set aside for the Reign of Ages fulfillment from the add-ons and the tiers with the issues 1 through 4 and all that. So we are like rip roaring and ready to go. I've got boxes of bags and boards over there. We've got the Gemini mailers ready to rock and roll. I've got another ink cartridge for my printer. I've got about 600 pages of paper, so I've got way more than I need for the Reign of Ages fulfillment. Um, but we'll see. I'll tell you one of the things too, like the social goals. I like social goals for something like this because there's not really a lot of wiggle room in the money to add other product because the way we're shipping, where we're shipping flat, there's not a lot you can put in there unless it's something that's another artwork, right? And that causes your calculations start to shift pretty radically between postage because if you go over 15 ounces or 16 ounces or whatever, your postage shifts pretty dramatically. And if you add anything smaller than that, you have to make sure how it's packaged so it doesn't leave an impression on the product, right? So you can put it on the back of the bag and the board, right, or outside of the sandwich cardboard, and you're fine. But then the problem becomes is people might not see it, right? So it's it's a challenge at times. You want to make sure people not only get their rewards, but they love them and cherish them, and they're happy with them. That's the thing, man. I know that I've talked about this a lot. So sorry for all of you who've heard this like the thousandth time. But man, I love it when people tell me that they're enjoying stuff. And like on the Reign of Ages 4 campaign, like I said, it'd been a while since I'd run a Kickstarter campaign, and I got in there, and there's a thing in the backer information when the campaign's over that tells you what campaigns these backers have backed in the past, right? It does it like not each individually, but overall. And every single Kickstarter campaign I have ever run, successful or not, um, is represented in the population. Because we saw all the ones that were there that were successful, and then I recognize names from a lot of these people as people who've been backing us since the Tarot Adventures, or since Sinopa Omnibus, or since even the beginning when we did Tale of the Wizard's Eye. That's a big long list, guys. Big long list. And we actually haven't had this pre-launch page up very long. It's only been up a couple of days. And I think we were at 25 or 20 or something like this. Yeah, 27. So I mean, this last campaign we converted about 48% from people who were following the campaign. So my math isn't mathing in my head, guys. About that. All right, math. Let's math. No, let's not math. Let's calculator. So 27 times 0.48. We'll call it 13. So yeah, just from what we're seeing right now, we probably fund just based on those metrics. I'm hoping that we're going to hit those stretch goals. I mean, those social goals. God, I got to get that right. Those social goals. Because that's a big thing. So I'm going to talk about like something that some of you guys might not want to hear. But I have long held this concept that I like to think of as responsible capitalism, right? That when I think it was Ford who said that capitalism is basically where you try to make product at the highest quality possible while charging the lowest wage possible while paying the highest wages possible. Now, I don't really believe he acted all of those out entirely. I know for his time he was considered to be paying people pretty well, and so that's good. But I think that businesses are built over decades, right? There's a lot of people out there who want to uh, do things like just pocket all the money they can and then run off to the next big thing. And I think there's a lot of flaws in that reasoning. And where this comes into play with like the social goals is that meeting these social goals not only helps me, but directly helps the people who are involved with the campaign as well. So of course, Damien's already been paid for everything. That's always cool. It's always important. Guys, pay your artists real money to your contracts when they're supposed to be paid or sooner. And then we had read for the villain support guys. They've already been paid and such. But the social goals on this, that's kind of this thing where you're kind of not just hoarding everything yourself. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, they're not going to be. Don't get me wrong. They're not going to be like $1 million bonuses or anything. No way in hell that's going to happen. But they're going to be a little extra money, and a little extra money goes a long way these days, right? Um, and I think that's important. I think there's this thing about crowdfunding. It gets kind of expensive sometimes when you're looking at just the price directly to people, because you're building in a lot of the costs that would be front loaded before or financed before, and then all this distribution leveraging to hit your numbers, right? But with crowdfunding, you really have this opportunity to take your crafts level production and bring it to market. And then one of the biggest cost movers in there, one of the biggest expenses that you find is your shipping costs. Now, when you're shipping to a wholesaler warehouse or in bulk to a retail outlet, right? Then that shipping cost gets distributed across multiple products, right? So, whereas shipping a single comic in the United States is around $9 the way I ship it, right? Bagged, boarded, bubble wrapped, wrapped in a Gemini mailer, and sent on its way, even in accordance with the law. And by that I mean it's not shipped by media mail. So those costs really kind of weigh heavily on crowdfunding items that aren't normally too pricey themselves. Um, but maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I should be charging, $20 a comic and $40 an art print. But I don't know, man. I was talking with a friend of mine earlier, and I was like, you can always charge whatever the market will bear, or you can charge what is, what makes sense for your expenses, your time, and everything else. And I think I like that better, because I actually crowdfund pretty often, other than last year. And I put out a lot of content that way, and so it makes more sense to make things affordable for people who want to support me. But maybe I'm wrong. My dad used to say I was terrible at capitalism. I was like, yeah, maybe. Man, I miss him. I miss him a lot. It's hot in here, guys. Sorry. Mm. What do you think? Put Einzel going right here, or maybe Fubuki from One Punch Man. It's a hard call, man. It's a hard call. I'm not sure what I want to stick there. I think I like that there. Now, if I can get a couple of 47 Furious Tales characters, a Tibian or time traveling psychedelic mushrooms character, and then maybe Rain and Delia and Uta, Lalandra, all of them. Olivia from Necroholic. That'd be fun. Have a little bar set up with Olivia and the characters from Necroholic, and then put like all the other characters around the bar. That'd be funny as hell, actually. That'd be fun. My buddy Scott, I know I want a squirrel figure too. I did see. Let me show you guys if I can find this. I know it's going to take me a minute because when I'm not looking for it, these damn ads are everywhere. But when I'm looking for it, I can't freaking find it. Let me see here. Just saw something really alarming on Facebook. I didn't want to see. You see here. Go find. And of course, I can't find it on my desktop. Makes so much I can't find it. Is this it? Yeah, this is it. Okay. Problem with this is that they are not human rendered. They are AI rendered. And I have a particular displeasure. Let me get in here and we will go generate this and everyone can see. Where did I put the character designs? We will do this one. And let's see here. 10 centimeters is like 5 inches, right? Is that right, guys? 10 centimeters about. Yeah, that's cool, Spencer. We'll see you in a minute. So we're going to take and generate this. Well, the AI is going to generate this shit. It's really cool, but God only knows what it'll look like when it's done. But little 5-inch thing is like $170. It's ridiculous. Where did I put that thing? There it is. Okay. Warren's, that's cool. 71%. I guess I should actually, I thought I was sharing that and I wasn't because I'm being an idiot. So let's see what their little 5-inch model looks like. Or what they're purporting it to look like, I guess I should say. Blow this up a little bit. I mean, look at this. $169 for a 5-inch or 10 centimeters. I think that's 5 inches. Fuck. I should know better by now. Google. Convert centimeters to inches. Oh, it's not even. So that's my bad. I thought I was going to be able to spin the thing, but it's not even done generating. You know, one of these days I should take and do a stream where we take and test this crap and take in maybe fun random bullshit like this and see how it actually turns out. I'll bet that would be a hoot. 95%. I can't believe this is like 4 inches tall, and they're like the legendary display mini. Yeah, I mean it's 4 inches tall. The 18. Those notes. It's good manufactured. Like I said, it'd be about $30,000 given production, but what would that be? We could sell them for like $15, $20, something like that. So I think my quote was for 5,000. All right, let's see what we got here. It's a pretty cool little mini. Let's see what else we got. What does Google tell us? What company can produce 10-inch? No, we'll give it. We'll say 7-inch figures from a 2D image. Well, that's a lie. We just checked those. They can't do that. Snapfig. Yeah, they only go up to 10 centimeters too. Bet we know whose production is using which, right? Hero Builders. Fab Figures. Let's check out Fab Figures, see what they say. I could type today. Custom action figures. Body type. Or say about 12 inches tall. Okay. Interesting. Now let me see if they've got anything that we can actually look at. Create your custom minifig. Now these are 4 inches too. Yep, that looks really tacky. I think I was not. Damn it. Was I on the wrong? Yeah, I'm still on the squirrel. All right, well, I'm still on the squirrel. My bad. Everyone's sitting here watching a squirrel spin. You get in here, and we will share this tab instead. So yeah, that's a little weird. $1.6 shop. $265 to $320. Yep, that's pretty wild. Pretty wild. I'd like to do. Damn it! Let me get back on there again so you guys can see what I'm talking about. Back to the squirrel. I would really like to do something like that, but that price tag, dude, that's nuts. No pun intended. The weird thing is, I think like the painting would be the hardest part about that. What else they got in here? Oh, that's neat. But yeah, that would be kind of cool. What do you think, Spencer? How's that look? I don't know why he's standing in front of coral in the middle of some water, but you know, whatever. Maybe there's another setting in here. Nope. Just tabletop role playing game character. Okay. Let's get our property out of there. Yeah, I mean, finding someplace that could actually for a price point that makes sense, that'd be all right. Canada that I found that I was getting the one quote from that I was really excited about. I had 30 something $1,000. I think it was. Where the hell did I put my drink? There it is. Get that all done up and made. What else we can show off over here? This is kind of cool. Hey, what squirrel? That for neat, huh? You know what's gonna be bad is that if Spencer didn't see the squirrel, I'm gonna have to go back and pull the squirrel up, and it's gonna have to make a new squirrel. Spencer, did you see the squirrel, man? We're gonna wait and let him respond. Quick, someone play the Jeopardy theme song. I don't have a soundboard. You know, I'm just a dude sitting in front of his computer and emptying his head out on the internet because this freaking video is driving me nuts. Driving me nuts. Like a steering wheel on a belt buckle. Robin Williams. Did briefly see a squirrel. Cool. Yeah, that thing's like not quite 4 inches tall. And they want $170 for it. Yeah, I don't know about that. I don't know about that one. I guess it'd be a good gift item for somebody, but I don't see me paying for something like that. But now they'll do like, you know, $30 pieces like that. I can get behind that. I know a dude who's had a action figure made. That was kind of cool. I'd like to make, I think, some stuff like this though, like the cool little anime figs. But that one's pretty tall. Like for real, as big as my head. My head's huge. Sitting down, watching fall over. What do you think, Spencer? What do you think the art print campaign is going to turn up? Anyone got any guesses? I usually like to place estimates on where they're going to land beforehand, just to see what's going on. And for like Reign of Ages, I said it's probably between 2,000 and 2,500, and we landed between 2,000 and 2,500, like just under 21, I think it was. um, which is good because we've got like $700 in shipping costs, and then $800 in printing costs, and then well, that's just the stuff we printed for the campaign. That's stuff we printed for us. So it's a lot. It's a lot. It's a lot. It's a lot. It'll be a lot. Well, I had to clear it, man. I had comics and scripts and what else did I have on there? More comics, and I had some tax forms on there. I am really seriously thinking that I'm going to take and just put some stuff on that shelf. Because right now it's just a hat and the stamp that we use for shipping. Well, the goal's only 300, so I think we probably fund by then because that's only like 12 backers. You know? Yeah, because the lowest tier, $25 tier, and that's all it is, $25 and it ships to your house. Um, that includes the shipping and everything. So yeah, 12 people. So hopefully we get funded day one. I really don't know what we're going to see from the ad read thing from our collaboration with Villain Support on that. Collaboration might be the ad read through them, right? Like I said, the marketing research I saw said that we'd get like probably 1%, 1/10 of 1% on who would follow the link, right? And then it's just a matter of how many people you convert. So if we multiply that by 0.001, that should be 1/10 of 1%. That's 750. And then we usually convert. We have a really high conversion rate actually across our campaigns of about 48%. So if we multiply that by 48, that's 360 backers. 360 backers times 25 for the lowest pledge level is $9,000, of which, almost all of that goes out in shipping costs and the bonuses for, I shouldn't say almost all. A lot of it goes out for the shipping. And then, of course, I'm going to pay myself back for the money that was spent on the press runs, plural, because we have the holochromes. I did get some test metal prints done, but they won't be here until probably the campaign's over. And so I'll get to test those and see how they look. And my plan right now, I'm going to give one of those to Damien. And then if they look good, if they don't look good, then I'm not going to give them to anybody. They'll just get destroyed and I'll call it a wash. But if they look as good as I expect them to, then we'll they're going to gift over. We're going to give one to Damien certainly, and I might give a couple to the guys at Villain Support, and then put one on my wall. That sounds pretty good. I'm really thinking of putting 24 by 36 size, like this size right here, and putting that one space over. You guys won't see it in the videos, but I've got one, two. I can probably fit 2, maybe 3 more on this wall, and then 2 on that wall. So we'll call it 4 just to be safe. Then one on that wall for 5. So yeah, I could probably put 5 more big ones on here, and that would be kind of neat. Definitely neat. Spencer, are you gonna do me a favor and spread the word on the link, send it out to everybody? That would be cool. Post it to the socials. Say, dude, he's doing it again. I don't know. I'm really kind of excited. 250th anniversary of the since the Declaration of Independence. 250 years of independence, and in 1976, I was 5 when the bicentennial celebrations were going on. I still remember that to this day. Because, of course, at 5, something that big, that extraordinary, my goodness, man, even in the small town I lived at, the fireworks were insane. I still remember that. And then when I came in, because the mosquitoes were terrible, and everyone was partying outside, and the kids went inside. Um, we were watching the fireworks over New York and stuff, and we fell asleep watching those because it was late and we were kids. But it was really something to see, man. It really was. I didn't think I was going to live this long. To be perfectly honest, when I was a kid, 50 and everything was like that was really, really old. Not a lot of people live to be 50. But that was kind of an illusion. People were living past then. You just didn't see them around very much. And now, we got into the habit. We're more active in our older years now. I need to get back into that actually because I've kind of let that go a little bit. Thanks, Spencer. I appreciate you, bro. I really do because that makes a hell of a difference. That's the thing too. Is like almost all of the public awareness comes from people who are just nice enough to share the link and help spread the word. Because this is really our first real paid ad run. Because like I did a paid thing with Facebook once for like I don't know $20 or something, and it got exactly like 5 views. But and then we went to go at it with Tibby and our Time Traveling Psychedelic Mushrooms issue 2 campaign. Got an ad budget together and everything, and our ads got rejected from Facebook, and our ads got rejected from YouTube, which I thought was interesting. You know, yeah. On the third, they're going to do a lot of fireworks. Um, Start doing fireworks on the third here in Kentucky, down in Lexington. There's a baseball game on the third, and I think I'm going to take my daughter there, and we're going to just have hot dogs and hang out with friends and watch the game, and then watch the fireworks, and then I might actually go over and crash at my mom's place. Um, Me and my daughter, and just go over there and hang out with them in the late evening, and then just fall asleep, and then get up and maybe do IHOP in the morning. She loves herself some IHOP, man. She really does. She likes to go there, I think, more than the food. Because she'll say, like, I like these pancakes, Daddy, but yours are better. And then, of course, I'm making pancakes for her for a week after that because she's like, ooh, these are better. I'm like, okay. She's got that down pat. She knows how to she knows how to get her dad to make pancakes. That's for sure. She's on vacation with her mother at the moment, so that's why we don't have her here laughing at me. Man, how long have I been on tonight? Good God. Wow, that hour went by fast for me. I'll tell you. Maybe I'll stop rambling so much and develop topics in the future. Topics are overrated, right? Tell stories and just chill out with folks. Great to see Warren and Spencer. And we've had a few people pass in and out through here. Yeah, definitely need to check out what family and friends are doing. Now, I think they're going to be having a big thing in Lexington over the park as well, but I need to check that schedule because I don't know if it's going to be on the 4th there or if they're doing them over some of the different stadiums or what the deal is. Usually Jacobson has something going on, but that can get kind of crazy. In Richmond, they used to do a lot of them over the park on the 4th. And then some people did some stupid stuff, of course. But I don't know if they're doing it this year or not. But in Frankfurt, they got all kinds of stuff going on, which is weird because Frankfurt's so small. Frankfurt's smaller than Richmond. population wise and area wise. It's a lot smaller. Oh Lord. Well, guys, it is almost 11. I guess I gotta man up and go do my best to get this damn video done. I tell you what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do the shipping video because I was saving that for last because it's the easiest. I'm gonna do the shipping video, and then that'll give me a little time to decompress a little more, and then I will shoot the campaign video. And it's probably gonna be something like, let me take my glasses off because I don't like the glare. Right? Hi, I'm Sam Quinton, owner of Sonoma Publishing. We're based here in Frankfort, Kentucky. Welcome to the Tibby's 4th of July art print campaign, where we're celebrating 250 years of independence through this beautiful artwork by Damian Torres. All of our tiers include shipping in the United States and the territories. Our foreign backers, international backers, will have additional postage appended to their pledge. Go ahead and check out that beautiful artwork. Also, we have some great add-ons also by Damian Torres as well. If you're a fan of his, I think you're going to love those. If you have any comments or questions, criticisms, or concerns, please feel free to post them in the comments on the page. Thank you very much and have a wonderful day. And that's kind of like how that's going to go. And for some reason, I keep zoning out when I'm trying to do that. Thanks, Spencer. Yep. All right, guys. You guys have a good one. As always, leave your comments, like, and subscribe, and all that jazz. And I'll catch you guys. Hey, I hope to see all of you tomorrow on the campaign. All right? Later on.